Hendrick Motorsports is arguably the greatest and most accomplished team in NASCAR history, with 15 driver championships and over 300 wins as a team. With tons of successful drivers, Hendrick Motorsports' long history of many incredible performances as a team, like the 1997 Daytona 500 and 2021 Dover race, where the drivers finish either first through third or first through fourth. But there have been at times Hendrick has put up some truly horrific performances as a team, and one of the most famous editions of this is in 2002 EA Sports 500, when every single Hendrick engine blew up due to it being a cautionless race, as well as Martin's front steering locking up and running into Jimmy Johnson. However, I think recently we've seen a performance by Hendrick Motorsports that could rival that. It's May 10th, 2026. We're at Watkins Glen International for the Cup Series second road course race of the year. Hendrick had won their previous 15 championship that's previous season with Kyle Larson, who is in 2026 on a full one-year winless drought dating back to his failed double attempt at the Indy Charlotte double. William Byron has had inconsistent performances with top 5 runs at times, and then there's Bristol, where his ass was off the pace all damn day. Alex Bowman, who had already had major struggles since really 2022 with injuries coming off suffering a concussion, which ended up leading to vertigo that led so badly that he thought his career was over after COTA. Then there's Chase Elliott, and while the first 6 races was recovering from major trauma of the 2026 Daytona 500, has gone on to win 2 of the last 5 races in Martinsville and Texas, and sits third in points. Larson and Byron are down in the mid and low top 10. And Bowman is well outside the top 25, just trying to finish the year. Qualified for this group? Oh, well, that's ass. Bowman qualified 28, not really that surprising. Chase Elliott qualified 27th on a road course, and Kyle Larson qualified 23rd on a road course, and William Byron is the only Hendrick driver that qualified in the top 15 and 13th, let alone top 20. As the race begins, it becomes very apparent the Hendrick cars are slow as shit. Larson and Byron both lose 2 spots and 25th and 15th respectively, and Elliott has dropped 3 spots to 30th, while Bowman only gained 1 spot in the early stages of the race, likely from Elliott losing 3 spots. I know passing on road courses at a premium, but these fuckers are going backwards, not forwards. Eventually, Byron, Bowman, and Larson pitted to flip the stage, while Alan Gustafson decided to play strategy with Elliott and try to get stage points. He probably ran out of fuel like 20 wrong race. Elliott already was in 10th spot, but then got passed by multiple others in the final laps to finish 12th in the stage 1, meaning no stage points, and starting in the back with the peasants, the vermin, and my leg. Early in stage 2, Byron actually was in the top 10, barely at one point, while Larson and Bowman were barely inside the top 20. Eventually, the caution came out for the first time for incident for tent flying onto the damn track. Yes, that actually happened. And then the next restart, King Riley himself, and then in the bus stop,
able to throw that car in there and make that pass. Tyler Reddick gets shoved wide, but
whoa, what a round! That is William Byron. He gets hit by Blaney, and look at them scramble out of the bus stop. We stay green. Byron gets it refired and drives away.
Gosh, that could have been way worse, guys. With William Byron turned around in the middle of that pack like that, whole field.
Right rear toe link spin, guys.
So he will limp back to pit road.
A major checkup ahead led William to get spun around, then get hit in the right rear by Ryan Blaney, breaking the toe length and leading to him losing 4 laps on pit road, where he would officially end up finishing the race 36 after being the only Hendrick car that somewhat ran worth the damn all day. Following this, stage 3 started, and eventually, while the other 3 Hendrick cars ran on strategy of stopping during the Logano caution, they ended up pitting again during the final run. Larson was as high as 16th, Elliott 18th, and Bowman was 21st. Then they started hemorrhaging spots late in the run, and once the checker flag flew, Larson finished 23rd, Chase Elliott finished 24th, and Alex Bowman finished 25th. Byron was 36th, 3 laps down. Larson was 45 seconds behind Superman Shane Van Gisbergen. And remember, Chase Elliott was at one point a god amongst men on road courses, and Larson was pretty damn good on road courses too. Byron and Elliott barely broached the top 10, and Elliott's was on nutsack strategy, while Larson never reached the top 10, and Bowman barely even got inside the top 20. And unbelievably among, none of these fuckers even got stage points for crying out loud. That, I believe, that has never happened, and if it has, it was the last time I can even think that something like that would have happened would have been sometime in 2019. 2002 AA Sports 500 had all the Hendrick cars in the MB2 cars that ran Hendrick engines, DNF. All those were due to engines, although they didn't have great pace for most of them except for Johnson and Gordon. But this here was purely shit pace. Nothing worked at all. No strategy, no plan, nothing. This performance here is absolutely unacceptable on all fronts. Yeah, this performance here is unacceptable on all fronts. You know someone at Hendrick is getting their ass handed to them by H and Jeff, because this is something that can never happen again. Chase Elliott is practically carrying this damn team in spite of the bullshit, still 30 points somehow, but well back from Reddick. Larson is now 8th in points, and Byron is 12th, outside the top 10. That 24 team in particular needs to really get their shit together, or they could legit get bumped from the chase altogether. Bowman's team is just trying to get through the rest of the season. What's the direction Hendrick needs to go in, you guys? What do you think are your thoughts? Anyways, this is Carter Gaming. Thank you guys for watching. See ya.